We're gonna see If.
Yes.
If. I don't know. It's a
Ryan
kids
Reynolds,
movie.
right.
PG. Not thrilled about that.
You're not. You don't look happy.
I'm not super thrilled to see this, but I'll see it.
We'll see.
I mean, it's probably imaginative because it's about imaginary friends.
Is that really? Why are there so many imaginary friend movies?
I don't
right
know,
now?
but if it's anything like that imaginary movie, fuck.
We are in deep doo-doo if that's the case. Yeah.
Do to the do.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like these types of movies.
2 squared doo-doo.
I don't think
It's probably going to be charming and there's probably going to be heartwarming. Ryan Reynolds typically doesn't sign up for stuff that he's not super into.
Yeah, he doesn't believe in.
Yeah, so
He's got
I'm
good
sure it'll be
agents.
just fine. I probably won't like it, but I'm sure it'll be like great for kids and, you know.
Yeah, I think I don't like the art style already. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like super it's like
yeah.
Detective Pikachu or something.
Right, and no, that's not. You're not selling me right off the. You know, I'm not hooked yet.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
I didn't look up the runtime. I hope it's not super long.
that would be awful.
I really don't. want
Unless
it to
we're
be.
like so riveted that it's like, no, could you stay a little longer?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that's gonna
Tear.
happen. Yeah, exactly. It's probably gonna have some emotional moments.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know.
I'm sure it's gonna be all whatever. It's probably
Touching, it'll have
it's about a dad and his daughter, right? So I'm sure
I don't know
I'm sure
how
the
they're
mom passed away.
Yes.
And blah blah blah
Single
blah.
child, dad's trying to do his
Yeah,
best.
and it's gonna the first 10 minutes are gonna be how he tries hard but fails.
You're writing the exact script. He can't get it together. He's juggling too many things at once.
Exactly.
His boss at work hates him.
And then they bond over this imaginary set.
and then
thing.
maybe they go into Never That is so what's gonna happen. I'm
I know.
really worried.
Well, let's go.
Anyway,
Let's go see it. Let's go see this fucking predictable movie. I come into this like that's on my metering of my talking.
It's just gonna be this, and all right, let's go see it. So that's not how you, man. Oh, there's no enthusiasm. Okay, well, anyway, I guess
after this, though, we're gonna see what the hell is it called? Something about a TV screen. And then tomorrow we're gonna see a movie I have way less expectations than this one.
Yeah,
Garfield.
Garfield.
So,
yeah, man.
but-
I don't know.
Anyway, we will let you know how goes, and we'll see you shortly. Sometime later. Oh, boom. We just got done seeing If.
We did.
And it's the movie. That theme is
It's in
constant.
there. It's definitely in there. It's the wallpaper of the whole movie. Wow. I don't know, man. This was
I'm like really
we were
I
laughing a lot.
was so fucking annoyed at
was
the
some-
first like 3/4 of the movie.
Really?
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, okay, that makes it a better movie.
What?
There's like a twist.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
You called it though. You called the twist. You're like, watch. It's probably. I'm like,
but
that's a good idea actually. And then it
was-
turned out to be correct. So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. Wow. So this
I don't know, I was just
This
annoyed,
is
though.
another kids trying to reunite with their imaginary friends. You know, the not horror version.
It's so whimsical of full of whimsy.
is. It's a very lighthearted
huge, long, pointless sequences that I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh.
It's like they try to make it a musical and a bunch of fucking shit's happening.
Oh man.
But I will say this, I thought all of the acting was good. I liked all the characters.
I didn't.
The human characters.
I
I didn't
didn't.
like
I didn't like
of the imaginary
the only
friends.
actor I liked was the grandma. Because
She was
like,
fucking great.
that's the only one I liked, because she was like just a normal grandma. And I was like, oh,
No,
you
she
nailed
wasn't
it.
a normal grandma.
she
She
was.
couldn't cook pancakes.
Oh, yeah. She fucked up pancakes.
She fucked up pancakes. No grandma fucked
We're
up
just-
pancakes.
Her imaginary friend. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah. I did.
man.
I liked, all of the main character, the girl. She is a good actress. You know,
I was annoyed by her.
It's a very most of the human scenes are like super emotional, and they're often sad, or there's like something going on, and then you have the complete contrast, which is all the imaginary friend parts, and it's too much.
I didn't call any of that. Ryan Reynolds isn't even the dad.
No,
it's
he's
fucking
not.
John Krasinski.
Yeah,
from The Office.
Great.
Oh, he's
fucking
the
awesome.
best part of the movie. The 4 times he talks.
I know he's not really. All of his scenes are really, really good.
I honestly didn't really like the little girl. I didn't think she was.
I thought she was
Her acting chops at the end when the crying and the stuff.
Oh my god,
that was good.
Slobbery. And
she's talking and there's like all this spit in her mouth.
You open your mouth and there's just strings of.
I was like, oh crap!
Just fucking. It was good. It was really good.
She did good there, but
I thought
I felt like the first half of the movie.
No,
because she's just like, I'm not a kid. That's her whole character. I'm not a kid. I'm 12. I'm not a kid.
The whole point is like she's growing up.
And then by the end, I was telling him, I was like, the character, she's not a kid, and then she becomes a kid.
A kid again, and then she grows up, and then she becomes a kid again.
Then, like halfway through the movie, she's like, I'm not a kid again. And then she comes again.
Like, what are you, man?
She's a kid again. And then,
come your damn mind, you little brat. Or you big brat, whatever.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was.
Man, she definitely,
funny.
she didn't dress like a kid.
No,
she dressed
really
like a fucking
weird.
old lady.
She dressed like
it was crazy.
Somebody from the 30s, or like in England.
Oh,
with
it
like
was
the
strange.
Weird, it was, yeah. And I didn't catch the plot twist, but like I was like, why is Ryan Reynolds? Yes, like why does he dress the way he does? And then I found, then you find out later there's a reason. But
the thing is,
she kind of dresses like
character,
him.
I didn't like him at all.
He was terrible.
He it was like the worst Ryan Reynoldsing that I ever saw.
I don't know what happened.
He's normally Ryan Reynolds, and he was in this movie, but it was like off. It was
they didn't write him very good lines.
He's a fucking wet blanket.
He's
like he's fucking clumsy. It's so
it
was so horrible. He just trips over everything.
I mean, that's the nature. Well, whatever.
That whole scene.
That's spoilers, but
yeah,
because that's the problem about it.
I don't even. I think I got to keep talking about this because I don't think I can rate it.
I think I know where I'm at.
It's low.
I'm not as low as you think. So I thought there was a lot in there. I thought that there's some good messages in
as
there.
a kid's movie.
I thought as a kid's movie, this
was fantastic.
This is a great movie. This would be great for kids. So.
Steve Carell plays this big purple.
Oh, he's
guy.
so annoying.
I hate that character.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I know why they picked him though, because he can be so fucking annoying.
Exactly.
Like, who do we get to be this obnoxious fucking guy that you want to punch in the throat?
Fucking worst.
Like,
You're just like, fuck
Carell.
that guy. Okay. Oh yeah, Steve Carell.
Duh. Nobody likes him.
Who do we pick? Who do we pick that we can get the audience to say fuck that guy? Oh, Steve Carell. Let's do it.
It was very, very rough.
Man.
I don't know.
When she first meets all the imaginary friends, that was the most annoying bit
it
of
was
like
weird
exposition.
It was. There was about 15, 20 minutes of straight like.
I think it was like the first 30, 40 minutes of the movie was like.
No, I don't.
Once she met them.
Yeah. So the movie had me right away. That opening first 10 minutes is really powerful. It's got great cinematography. You're learning through imagery, not just somebody talking about
until
I know. But I'm just saying, you find out that
oh man,
her just as you called it, her mom died.
Mom died. Of course. I didn't call.
And the dad's like trying to. Oh my god.
The dad. So that's another fucking thing. So they come to New York, back to their own, because grandma lives at that whatever apartment.
Yeah.
They come back so he can have a surgery. But he spends like 5 days in the hospital
at the hospital
before the surgery.
We don't know why.
That doesn't happen.
No,
you usually go in like the night before or something.
Right, and they make sure that you're not eating and things.
Yeah, but then he's there for like 5 days before.
It was weird.
It was strange.
He hung out there all the time, and she kept bringing him flowers as if he was sick already, or like because he needs heart surgery. I'm assuming they never even really said it.
No, he's like, I got a broken heart.
Yeah, but like that's the metaphor.
Yeah.
He's super funny.
Yeah, anyway.
His character.
I don't know. Let's get into some spoilers,
but I'm just saying, like, I think that the lead up to, like, figuring out that her mom died from cancer and stuff, it happens really fast. But it's through imagery and her, like, we were commenting, like, dude, I wish we had parents that were that
involved in my fucking life.
Really, like, they were just a one family unit. It was adorable, and it looked like she was the happiest little kid ever.
They're like family. Setting up stage shows in their house.
They're doing things running around the house. I was like, oh, man, that's like every child.
That's like the greatest parents who ever lived,
basically. And then one of them died. So I don't know. Anyway, so you want to get into spoilers? So I like that part. I think the cinematography in this is awesome.
Once
it's really
the imaginary friends show up, I hated it all the way until the end. I did. I couldn't fucking stand it. It was so annoying. These little missions, like we gotta. What was it like?
Yeah, because they're trying to reunite the imaginary friends. They're trying to get them to attach to kids and have kids see them, but then they find out that
it didn't work.
It didn't work.
And then it didn't work. And then it didn't work. So you know how many times it didn't work? And then they found out it never did work.
It never fucking worked.
And then they found out.
Why do we keep trying, guys? That's insane.
Then they fucking those people are laughing at us because we're animated with a camera in front.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it
didn't work. And then they resort to finding their old kids as they're older,
as they're adults,
and reuniting them.
This is anyway,
and it still, in my opinion, doesn't work. But whatever.
Well,
I don't know. I hated such a huge chunk of it, and then this twist happened, and I'm like, oh. It's a better movie now.
The twist,
but it doesn't mean that I enjoyed myself during that whole time.
No, there were huge swaths where we couldn't stop laughing, and we were looking at each other like, "Oh God, is this fucking stupid?"
It's repeated that sound, and oh my God, we watched it in fucking IMAX.
I screwed up and got the wrong ticket. This was it was so loud.
Once they started doing all that exposition, I was like, "Oh, we fucked up. We should have never seen this."
No, I'm glad I just couldn't.
It was so annoying. Like. It's mostly Steve Carell.
He was so great.
And Ryan Reynolds, I was like, I don't know.
They squandered him.
Totally.
Like he can do better than that. Why were they giving him that?
Until the very end, I was like, wow, he's just the clumsy asshole.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like it's your whole character arc. You're a clumsy asshole.
My thing is how is she getting into that closet if she can't get into that closet? I don't know. Repeatedly to hang out with him. And then like what? This whole time after she got to know him, she would just fling the fucking door open. He's like, "Oh, I guess you're here now."
Yeah.
Like, she just barged into his place all the time, and then at the very last time, she's like, "Ding knock knock," like in, and like whatever. It was
silly.
It's a very silly movie.
I don't know.
If you had to rate this,
I think that most audience people are going to be like,
they're going to love it.
They're going to be like, that's an 8 or a 9 because it's so emotionally charged.
There's a lot of emotions.
I'm gonna go with
a 2.
Not that bad. But it's such a huge chunk that I was annoyed that I'm gonna go with the fucking 4.
Oh, okay. All right. That's wow. Okay.
It was, it was like I know it's a good movie because it was cleverly done.
It was.
I hated so much of it.
A fuck ton of merit in this movie.
There is.
I think that I'm going to give it a 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's an average movie.
I thought you were going with a 6 or 7.
No, it's not that good. I do agree that, like, I feel like... Oh, spoilers.
Spoilers!
So I do feel like because none of the imaginary friends, the ifs, were enjoyable
Calling
in any
the ifs is just so pretentious
way. Be right. It just sucked, and like any of the stop. I know. No,
I can't. What's up?
No, this is so anyway. So they can't.
Keep going.
It really was that, guys. It was
gotta frame it. Keep going. Why you stop?
Get me out of here! Oh, no! No.
Right, fine, I'll
You
stop.
tell the story.
I can't even talk right now. I'm crying. Give me a Kleenex or a napkin. Well, anyway, spoilers. Ryan Reynolds is her imaginary friend.
You don't know that because he's human.
Yep.
He's the only one that looks human. The rest look like the dumbest shit ever.
I hate all the their character designs are so stupid. Like what child imagines a walking glass of water?
Yeah,
Ice Cube.
No,
That's my imaginary friend.
You know, he's like the kid was. I got screwed.
I know, but
the
like
kid was thirsty that day or something.
But that's
it's like,
his main imaginary friend for the rest of his life.
There's
everyone only has one.
Like
you know what I'm
fucking
saying?
bummer.
No, it's like walking.
How about an unimaginary friend?
Right?
That's really this poor kid.
Oh my god.
You know, he didn't do anything artistic when he grew up.
Jeez.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there was a couple of them that were
twists.
so odd, and I'm trying to think of, like the marshmallow guy,
Oh yeah.
a burning marshmallow guy, like,
And then the joke was, don't look at his eye. Which one? You know which one. They're both fucked up.
Yeah, I don't-
What?
yeah.
One fell out, but
That's
it's like
the
they were both fucked up. What a shitty joke.
It was.
In fact, I didn't laugh. I didn't laugh at anything that they did.
it was
at all.
It was a lot of slapstick, and there's a few fart jokes.
It's fucking
and it was
everyone
dumb.
falling
It was
down.
Dumb. Yeah.
Everyone falls
There's a
down,
lot
and
of
that's the joke.
slapstick. You know, tripping and it's dumb. That stuff's so dumb. The only 5 points I got for me were all the human shit. And that, I mean, it's like, you know, that's award-winning risk. But anyway, so they gotta go fucking match these people up with their original imaginary friends. All those scenes, like, honestly, like, here's the thing. Like, if you cut the music out of a movie and it's still emotional, then you have something.
Yep.
But if you cut the music out of this, you're just like, fuck this, throwing popcorn at the screen.
Well, it's just boring, but this music, we're in IMAX.
Really
I was like,
loud, and you're like,
a lot of the whole movie, I was like, this.
Yeah. I looked over and he's like,
I'm like, it's so loud, it was like ringing in my ears.
yeah, for sure. So I think
every time I get you.
whatever. I mean, what is there to say?
There's a bunch of shitty, like, little plot hole things that I found that were like,
give me an example.
I was seeing, like, during the movie, I was telling you, like, that would never fucking happen. This would never, like, I don't know. Like,
the weird thing is,
this girl walks around at night in New York City at like midnight.
She's like 12 years old, and she's
12,
just kicking it. And
then
she makes a comment later.
Like,
you can leave me.
You gonna leave me alone?
It's daytime, and she's at a music party, and she's like, "You gonna leave me here?" And
yeah, like a bunch of shit like that was like, what?
Yeah,
like I don't know.
But you're a grown up. Aren't you?
Yeah,
no, today
I'm not a kid. I'm not a kid. Oh, yeah,
stay with me. Whatever. She just was picking, you know.
She annoyed me a lot.
I thought she was great.
She has her little notebook.
She was cute. She was.
They're holding auditions for fucking.
Yeah.
I don't know. Then that one little kid who was like all busted up.
Who was that?
He sucked. He was annoying.
I think he was cute, but like irritating at the same time.
Super irritating.
I don't know.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's like, who talks like that?
I don't know.
Like,
it was the most stilted conversation. I was like, kids don't talk like that.
No, it was so manufactured.
I don't know. Anyway.
And then she's like, hey,
you
ever had an imaginary friend?
And then they're like, every fucking imaginary friend happens to belong to everyone in the neighborhood.
Everyone that she somehow knows. So she can just...
Everyone that she's ever met.
Yeah.
Like, in that neighborhood.
In the neighborhood.
Like the store clerk. The lady at the clinic.
Yeah, and it's like, there was like, how many? Maybe 8?
No, there's like 15.
Do you think
there's
so?
Banana guy, there's fucking wooden dude.
Who has a banana? For an imaginary friend. Every time you eat a banana, you're like, sorry, but...
Pedro. There's actually... There's a game where you're in a banana suit and it's a shooter and it's called My Friend Pedro. Anyway, that's what
that sounds way more interesting than what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I don't know. I think there wasn't.
It wasn't for me, but it's clearly for somebody.
Yeah, kids will love this.
I think so. It's colorful.
I think it's a definite reminder of, you know, what it means to grow up and to, like, again,
that was well done.
It was. All
I'm
that,
gonna say, but
like, again, it's human emotional stuff. It has nothing to do with the what. Okay, there's a teddy bear. He's the wisest guy.
Oh yeah, that's what I was laughing at
what
too.
What in the fuck? I know you can have a teddy bear, but why would you pick an imaginary friend that's like crippled and has a cane?
He's an old ass fucking.
Like no kid has an old, really old.
And the reason is
imaginary
he's 93.
Yeah, like why? Like, you know what? Today I think he's gonna be like no kid decides that.
Yep,
he's 90,
like I need a 93-year-old pal.
Oh my god, it didn't make sense. And then he
can't keep up with me on the
he's
playground.
He's not whimsical.
No,
like, no kid. Like, cause you know they're
he gives this like fucking Morgan Freeman speech about like open. It comes back to your heart. Oh yeah. So then this is where I left off on a sour note. So the whole middle sucks, in my opinion. It's
pretty sad.
It's really bad. And then, where I hated it. It didn't suck necessarily. Anyway, and then it gets up to this point where you're like, oh, the twist. It's awesome. Like, wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then she goes to visit her dad because it's the day of the surgery.
Yes.
And I laughed so hard because the nurse is like, oh, he'll be just fine. He's doing just fine. He just needs the rest because he had a surgery.
Where does she fucking go?
And then she goes and fucking cries and tells him this whole big,
like as if he's
I
dead,
need you.
Or he's on his last couple of minutes.
She's bawling
out of nowhere.
She's bawling.
She's acting her ass
She gives
off.
this big speech.
It's great.
And I laughed so hard because I was like,
yeah.
The nurse just said he's fine. He's fucking fine. And she's just.
And then when it's all over and they have a hug, she runs out. He's okay. And it's like, who are you talking to? And like, what the fuck? Like we already knew that.
And that's when she stopped seeing all the imaginary friends and he grew up.
Yep.
So now she's officially not a kid at age 12.
Yeah, you can't go back now.
You're
none of that.
No more fucking friends for you.
Good. They all suck. Real people are way cooler.
That was a stupid part though. I was like, the nurse just said he's fine. What? And she's freaking out. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was really off-putting. And
I guess it's a lesson, and you hear what you want to hear.
Yeah, like he's dead.
I want the attention of my dad. No, I was kidding. That's horrible.
No, that is bad. But
anyway, I think we're gonna leave it here.
How did that happen?
I don't know. Yeah.
I think it was well shot. The human acting was done well. I liked all the human actors except for Ryan Reynolds.
I didn't like the little girl, and I didn't like Ryan Reynolds.
I thought she was great.
And I hated all the animated characters.
I think
they all suck.
The soundtrack was really powerful and fitting. I feel like the pacing was pretty good. For a kid, you'll be like, there's always something going on, right? And you're like, oh, shit. And so I think, I think it's a decent watch, and I think that a lot of... Bring your kids to this. I think this is...
It's PG.
This is a very good family...
It felt long for me because the middle...
If you want to break your kids' hearts and remind them that you're
gonna die.
You're gonna die.
Remind your kids that you are gonna die.
And you could lose your imaginary friend very soon. So that's the lesson of this whole... That's what I took from it.
And I'm ending this now.
All right, we gotta go. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Bang the bell.
We salute you.
Leave a comment. What do you think of this movie? Are we being harsh? Was it
We definitely
I feel like it was a pretty emotional movie, actually, surprisingly.
It was.
As stupid as half of it was.
I'm not denying it's good. I just didn't like it myself.
Yeah,
it's not for me.
Yeah. Would I rewatch this? No. Would you rewatch this?
Never rewatch this.
Let us know.
Unless I'm jonesing for that fucking sweet soundtrack.
Yeah, I mean,
just
I definitely want to revisit the soundtrack for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
There's Tina Turner.
Get it on
Tina
iTunes.
Turner's all up in this one.
Oh, that was the worst. That long fucking song. That song was like 8 minutes long. I hated that
was
so
a
much.
big long montage.
I hated that whole scene
What is it like?
where he's just a wet blanket.
Be good to me. Or,
Oh
"Why
my
don't you be
god,
good to me?"
that was the low. That was where it was like in two territory
We're taking
for like
it.
10
We're
fucking
going
minutes,
down.
dude.
The ship is going
when
down.
he's like, just use your imagination, and then
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds was like, no, don't do it.
It was really
He's just a
creepy
douche.
because, like, she realizes that she can, in that place where all the imaginary.
In the imaginary friend retirement home.
That's what it was, which I thought was actually kind of.
I
That was funny.
didn't. thought it
She
was
just is like, oh, so whatever I imagine happens, and then she just tortures the shit out of Reynolds'
Yes.
character. And
Whoops
there's
his ass, does all this shit.
Yeah, there's shit chasing him. There's fire
He's
that's
gotta
about
climb out of the depths of hell and shit.
Yeah,
like,
he swims through paintings. And,
Right,
I mean,
yeah.
a lot of that shit was.
while
cool.
she just dances like.
Her dancing moves were awesome when she was just like, I was like, wow, maybe that's why they also picked her, you know. But
I hate it.
anyway,
I hate
let
that
us know
whole
what you
section.
guys. Yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, see ya.